In this video, we are going to explain how to create a filtered data extension in a way that it can be kept updated with the filters you add, without the need for manual refreshing. This allows for better segmentation of our emails. The first thing we are going to do is create that filtered data extension. As you know, we can do this from Audience Builder or from the email section. We access Subscribers, Data Extension. We click on Create Filtered Data Extension. And here we need to choose the source data extension. In this case, I'm going to choose this one, and we add the filters. On the left side, we have all the fields present in that source data extension. And I'm going to create a filter where the club ID is equal to 2. Then we click on Save and Build. I'm also going to give it a name and save it in the desired folder. It takes a few seconds to create the data extension through the filter we have applied. And once it's processed, we can see the records here. In this case, we have 12 different records that meet the filter of club ID being equal to 2. If we go to the data extension section, we can see the one we just created. It is a filtered data extension, and as you know, one of its characteristics is that it needs to be refreshed each time it is used to update its data and include all the users that meet the filter we have set. However, what we want to do is not have to refresh it every time we want to use it. Therefore, we are going to automate it. Before that, it's necessary to create a data filter for the filter we have applied. To do this, we need to access the data extension, and at the bottom, we have to save this filter as a data filter. We give it a name, jmemberid2, and save it within the data filter section. Now we go to the automation section and create an activity based on that filter. It's important to create this activity so that we can include it in the automation later. To do this, we go to Activities, click on Create Activity. And in this case, we select Filter as the type. We add a name, and within the data filter section, we choose the one we just created, which already has the filter for club ID being equal to 2. Now we have the activity created. So we go to the Overview section to create the automation. The trigger is Schedule. Thanks to the filter activity we created earlier, we can choose it from here. I have jmemberid2. which we created previously with the filters from the filtered data extension. Now I choose how often I want it to be updated. In this case, I'll set the start date to tomorrow at 12 p.m. And I'll set it to repeat every hour. Here we can see that it is scheduled to start tomorrow with a 1-hour repetition. We click on Save. In this case, it will ask for the name again. So I'll save it within My Automation. And now it's ready. To activate it, we click on Run Once. Select the only step in our automation and click on Run. We need to wait a few seconds until this automation is completed. Once it finishes, the confirmation will appear in the activity section. Here we can see that it has been executed successfully. We thank you for viewing our content. See you in next video.